Hello, hello. Happy Saturday, everybody. I hope that you are doing great and having a good day so far. I have been taking it easy. I've been trying to download something that I got a little confused on, but I got it done. Got it done. Yes, I did. And that's the important part right there. So I'm going to try to take a picture of something that I'm going to be working on. Let's see. My phone's only at 3%. I hope it'll take a picture. It's one of those days, y'all. It's one of those days. I didn't go there. It automatically went to Facebook. I didn't even tell it to. Let's try to take a picture again. Let's do what I want to do, phone. There we go. All right, I think that's a good shot. And where is the other? There it is. All right. And voila. Okay. Oh shoot. But now I scrolled away and lost where I placed where I was. That's okay. That's okay. There we go. Okay. Somebody's car alarm is going off. Don't know if you hear it. Beep, beep. Here is what I'm going to be working on. And remember, I made this crochet sweater right here that I haven't finished it. I'm still working on it. That's going to be a cardigan sweater. And I thought, well, how cute. I came across a granny square hat. It's like the hat ring around it is granny square. The rest of it's single and double crochet, I think. I don't know. But I thought, well, that would be cute to go with my cardigan because y'all know I like to have matching hats and stuff. And then I saw that it also, you could get the pattern for a matching bag to match the hat. So I'm like, okay, I'm in. I'm in. So I bought that pattern. It was only $6. And I'm using yarn from my stash. So the hat is going to be, I'm going to use the same variegated color that I used for my cardigan. However, when I made big squares like this, every square was different. These are going to be little bitty squares, and I just imagine they're pretty much going to end up being all the same color because of how often the color changes in the variegated yarn here. So I'm going to add a white in the middle just to make the squares pop a little bit. And no, there's no white in my sweater, in my cardigan, but I think it'll be all right because if you look, they're using multicolors on theirs. No, we're not editing the picture. We're just showing it. They're using multicolors on theirs, and that's what makes their square pop. So I'm going to, everything on the hat will be blue with the exception of the very center of the square. I'm going to make it white just to make it pop, just so people can see, oh, it is a square. Because if it's similar to all one color with very subtle changes, that people may not notice that it's granny squares quite as much as they will with that little pop in the middle, right? That's my theory. We'll see if it actually holds true or not. Hey, my nails match my yarn today. And all of this is leftover yarn from my sweater. And this is from my stash. So it's not costing me anything for the yarn. I paid $6 for the pattern. I already have both hooks that I need. I need a J hook and an I hook, and I have both of those. in my little pouch here of crochet needles, hooks, crochet needle hooks. No, they're crochet hooks. Nah, my bad. And I've got my notebook here where I'm going to keep track of what row I'm on because I hate having to figure that out. It frustrates me. It takes up time and I get frustrated, so I just keep good notes. They don't make sense to anyone but me, but you know what? They don't have to because it's just notes to me of where I am in my project. If the dog barks and I have to put it down, or I have to go to the bathroom, or I run out of water in my glass and I need to go get some more water, or whatever may happen, the phone rings, right? I can just jot down where I'm at, put the stuff down, come back. Now, sometimes it takes me a minute to figure out what my note means. So I try to write as clearly as I can when I'm doing that. But you know how it goes. Y'all know. All right, got my ink pen laying over there by my paper. And I've not used this pattern before, so I'm going to kind of be figuring out as we go. But first, let's get over here and say good morning to everybody. There's Hawkins Family Adventures. Good morning, Sandra. And Floss. Now, Floss is at a bird fair. So she said she just dropped by to say hi. And she's got to get back to work. Well, let's see here. Scrolling, and there's Lily T. Good morning. Good morning. And yes, please don't forget to hit the like button. Let's. Did I? No. Okay. There we go. I did hit the like button. I gotta hit the like button too, right? Yes. Let's see. Yes, already. There's my one. I should have looked for that first. Oh no, Lily woke up with a headache, so was laying in bed. I haven't taken any of my pain pills this morning, and I'll do that after this live. Is that? Well, that's an H hook. That is not the one I was looking for earlier. Okay. Sandra says, I would be laying in bed, but visiting my parents today. So yeah, Sandra says, I love that hat. I've never made one with granny squares, but I thought, well, it looks really cute. And it's the whole thing is not granny squares, but the hat band. It's like it has a hat band around there, right? I thought it was really cute. The Bud Files, good morning. Thanks for being here. The Dyson's Crazy Adventure, good morning. Good morning, Christina. And everybody's saying hello. Nightbot reminding you that you are amazing. All right, and I'll do this and remind everybody that if you type exclamation point awesome, something should happen. There it is. Ta-da! Nightbot will drop your link. So type it just like that, no spaces, and Nightbot will drop your channel link for you. And with no further ado, let's try this. Let's try it. I don't know how it's going to turn out. I hope it turns out okay because I really want a hat like that. So, I've got all my supplies. Oh there it is. I better put this back over here because I'm going to need a hook out of there. I think I start with my J hook first, but I'm not sure. Yes, I got more. If you saw that, it's puppy milk. But I found out, because when we first got Mojo and Stevie was tiny. I mean, he was like this big. It was so tiny. It freaked me out when I went to pick him up and saw how tiny he was. Both of us freaked out. But so he was on milk. He ate dry food. They were 8 weeks old. But he ate dry food, but he just didn't eat enough. So I'm like, I'm going to get him some puppy milk. But then I found out, researching a little bit, that puppy milk is also good for the older dogs. So as a supplement, because it's full of vitamins and all the stuff. So I keep it, and Stevie gets some, not like he used to get. He gets it as a supplement. And Buddy gets some as a supplement. And Mojo, he's 20 pounds. He's like growing like a weed, and he does not need any supplements, let me tell you. He is energetic and bouncy, and he goes to town. There were 5 puppies in the litter, maybe 6. And when we first got Mojo, he was food aggressive. So what that told me is the puppies ate out of the same bowl, at least for a while. And it's like, you snooze, you lose. You better hurry up and eat. But he's calmed down. I've worked with him by putting my hand in there and handing him his bites and taking his food bowl and giving it back, so he knows nobody's going to steal his food. But right now he eats in the kitchen. And Buddy and Stevie, I used to put separate bowls out for them, but they ended up sharing a bowl even when they each had their own. So now there's just a food bowl and a water bowl in here that they share. Of course, Stevie, if it doesn't matter if he just ate or not, if Buddy goes to eat, he eats. If Buddy goes to get a drink, Stevie gets a drink. So I don't know how well that would work with, I'm not even going to try to integrate Mojo into that right now. What's just most important is he's not growling it just because somebody's near his bowl. That's the important thing. But yeah, so I got that. And if you say MILK, Stevie knows that's this, and he's ready. Because that's what I would ask him. You want some MILK? Are you ready for your MILK? And so he knows that word. I hear lawnmowers. Since that season, Doug was going to mow our lawn, and it started, and he mowed a little bit, and then it won't start now. So I don't know. He's going to look it over. All right, there's that. Oh, there's Lily! Exclamation point! Awesome! And ta-da! Da-da-da-da-da-da! This is part of the fun of having a live, is you get to make ta-da noises when things go right. And if you want to slurp your drink, you slurp it. That was an accidental slurp. I had a piece of ice. All right. I think I'm ready to crochet now. So, just in case, I'm going to put this right there. Okay, so I'm going to start with the white. I wish I'd put my table over here, but I did not. I got too much stuff on my shelf. I don't know. Do you think I can get this over here? It should make me not have to twist. My dog's down there in his dog bed. Let's see. Can I have this table? Let's try it. It will either work or it will not work. So far, so good. So I got a drink over there. I gotta make sure I don't spill my drink. Okay. Alright. I'm sorry. Did I move your table? See, Stevie sleeps under this table in his bed. So his bed's back over there. I didn't move his bed. Now this will have to rearrange a little bit. We'll put this right there. There's my crafting scissors. All right. We don't need manicure stuff right now. Put it over there. Sneak peek at a song I wrote. And we're ready to go. Okay, that's a song I wrote on the 9th, whatever day that was. I don't remember. Today's the 12th, but I can't do that math right now. I got crochet on my mind. All right, now I have a space where I can work. What was back there? I don't know. Let's see. You can see the little pieces of trash Stevie he tears up stuff, and we find these little pieces of paper or Kleenex or paper towel or whatever he can get his hands on. We find that kind of everywhere. Kind of. We'll figure out how to situate this camera as we go. That's the plan. Alright, so I got my yarn where I can reach it. But I need an end. That's not an end. Oh no, is this the one that didn't have an end? Come on. Oh my gosh. Oh my. No. One of them didn't have an end, and I probably did save it for the last. Oh, shoot. That does not make me happy. Let's see if I can see an end in there. If I poke and pry. No, I don't. Dadgummit. Well, we'll just rip this pretty little paper off. We're going to look to see what was in there. Oh, it's a shawl pattern. Okay, that's all right. Okay, so I'm going to have to just unwrap it as we go because it'll take me my whole life to roll this into a ball. So we'll just do it that way. We got this one. This one does have an end. All right. Pin is ready. Hook is ready. I think I start with my J hook. So when I'm looking around like this, I'm reading my pattern because it's on the computer, okay? Now what am I supposed to start with? Okay. They have you make the circle top first. Okay. All right. I can follow directions. I can do what I'm told. Oh, shoot. Apparently not. All right. That worked. That worked. All right. So, let's see. Let's go do that. There we go. Okay. So, I'm going to make 6 single crochet. Chain 1. 6 single crochets. I need a stitch marker. I can already tell you that. So let's get these out. These are the stitch markers. Alright. Well, this is all blue, so we're going to use green. That'll show up pretty good. Keep those out. So, 6 single crochets into here. Alright, 1. And we're going to mark that one. 2, 3, 4, over here for a minute. 4, 5, 6. And then I'm sure I joined them. I'll stop that. That's confusing. Don't tell me that. Work 6 within that loop. Okay, and we're working in a spiral, so we're not joining. We're just continuing in our round. Around and around and around and around. We're not making rows. We're making a spiral. Okay. I'm talking to myself while I'm reading this pattern. So if I say it out loud, sometimes it makes more sense than it does when I'm reading it or trying to figure it out. Now, y'all are liable to see all the faces I make when I'm trying to figure out a pattern. So there's your warning. Okay, round 2. Two single crochets. PM. What does PM stand for? PM. You know, here's my abbreviations and glossary terms, and I don't see PM. Oh, place marker. I don't see that, but I bet that's what that stands for. Place marker in the first stitch. Okay, so PM is place marker. I've never seen PM used in a crochet pattern before. That's probably just because I haven't had the experience with a pattern. I'm sure a lot of patterns have them. I'm looking right at you now because I came back over here to check my chat. Oh my god, I have a long hair. Y'all, I even curled my hair for this live. And I still got this alfalfa thing going on. No, you get where I told you to get and you stop that. Okay. It's not uncommon to have alfalfa hair while crocheting because there's a lot of like, when I'm trying to think, I'm like, and my hair's like, there is such a thing as crochet hair. There is. Let's see. Okay, let's come back over here. Where's my PDF? There it is. Okay. 2 single crochets in the first stitch. And then 2 single crochets in each stitch. Okay, so once I figured out what the PM is, we can do that. Hey, there is no barking during live. It's neighbors. They're mowing and stuff. It's spring. People are going to be outside. No. 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 They're not here. Don't get yourself in trouble. Oh no. Oh no, I joined it out of habit. I'm not joining, I'm just stitching. What am I doing? 2 single crochets. 1. Okay, there's my first one. That's where I PM. That's where I place my marker. And here we go. Alright. 1. Whoops. 1. 2. And then 3. 3. 4. 5. Oh, time to roll it. Oh, this is fun. Rolling my yarn, rolling, your yarn. Okay. Now where was I? Is that 2 of them? No, that's 1, 2. And 1, 2. And we're back where we started. We got a cute little spiral going on. There's a spiral beginning to happen. And this is going to be the top of our hat. So there's my hair. How's it look so far? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Sandra has her AA meeting live stream tomorrow. So be sure to check that out. All right. Oh, I'm on round 2, so I'm ready for round 3. 2 single crochets and single. Okay. 1. Move my place marker. 1. And mark it. 2. And 3. Okay. All right, here we go. It's going to get easier from here because as it gets bigger, it's easier to hold on to. All right, I'm going to turn some music on here in a minute. 1, 2, 3. 1. Oops. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes, you have to count all these stitches, or at least I do, and I do it out loud because if I don't, my count gets off, and you're making 2 stitches in some, 1 stitch in some, 2 stitches in some, 1, and that just helps me keep track of where I am much more easily. Don't get my yarn ends mixed up. Not yet. Stop it. Okay, we can just move that one out of the way. I don't need it till I'm making squares. Let's check my chat. Hey, Have Cheetah Will View is here. Hello. Oh, impressed with how fast my hands have gotten. I'm fast. Did you see that? Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm happy to see you, Patrick. And there's Christina, Dyson's Crazy Adventure. All right. Okay, so I'm going to come over here. I got an itch right here on my ear. So let me scratch that. Then I come over here and grab some music. It'll make my out loud counting less boring. Let's see. What do we want? Okay, we'll put it. That should be loud enough, but not super duper loud. All right. Okay, I'm going to go back over here to my pattern. I forgot to write my row down. I'm on row 4. All right. Here we go. 2 and 2. Okay. marker. Marker back there. 2 and 2 and 2 and Joe. One, two, one, and two, one, one, two. One, two. And we're back to our beginning. I usually don't make a spiral for my hat top, so this is new. I make a joining round and I do it in rows in a circle. Here it is, it's getting bigger. How does it look? I'm ready for 5. Does it look like a hat yet? Oh yes, Sandra has typed exclamation point awesome. And if you do that in the chat with no spaces, ta-da, Nightbot will drop your link. And I get to say ta-da. It brings me joy. Alright. Do we loop our music? I think it automatically loops it. Okay. If it quits, we'll know. Ooh, don't push the red button. That ends the slide. Where am I going? I don't know. There we go. So round 5 is going to be 2 and 3. 2 and 3. Alright, here we go. So I'm going to move my stitch marker. Yes, it looped. Good job. The music. So 1 marker there. 2 and 1. 2, 3, 1. 2, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh. I wonder which hook I'm supposed to be using. It doesn't say which hook I'm supposed to be using. Apparently I need a measuring tape. Well, you didn't tell me that until just now. In my drawer. I'm looking for my measuring tape. My drawers are. Alright. Got it. Whew. Hopefully my butt does not miss my chair. Scoot back up here. You know, it never did tell me which hook I'm supposed to be using. I know I need a J and an I. Oh, no. No. Well, you don't cry over spilt milk. You don't cry over crochet either. And I guess it's important to look and see what size hook you're supposed to be using before you start. Because I was supposed to be using my eye hook for this. You ready? Ta-da! All right, let's get the other hook out. Ah. Where's my eye hook? Is that a J? That was a J. Better have been a J if I done ripped it all out. There's an eye hook. So the eye hook is a little bit smaller, and I do the granny squares with the J. I'm not crying my eye. It just really, I'm not crying. You know, sometimes you gotta rip it out and start over. So X out those notes. And let's start with row 1 again with the right hook. Alrighty then. You know, I started to question mine. If it's only supposed to measure this much, mine looks bigger than that. Okay, here we go. I'm starting over. It's going to be okay. And then what I do, I made 6 single crochets in there. I used the wrong size crochet hook, is what happened. That's what happened. I used the wrong size crochet hook. I used 2 in this project, and I used the bigger one instead of the littler one for the top of the hat. The top of the hat uses the smaller hook. The side of the hat uses the bigger hook, and I bet the brim uses the smaller one again. I betcha. It's all right. It's all right. It's supposed to take 10 hours to do this hat. It'll be worth it when it's done. Well, the important thing is just know what size hook you're supposed to be using if you want it to turn out right. Or you got to rip it out like I just did. But it's not the end of the world, and it's okay. And I rip out a lot of stuff as I'm crocheting. I don't know about anybody else, but that's just part of my process. I'm really not upset. All right. This time I have the right size hook for my hat. At least this time I know what PM stands for. Yes, 6 single crochets in there. Okay. 1. This is the hard part when it's so little. All right. We're gonna rock this hat. Ugh. After we get through this first row, it'll be easy going. Place my marker. There it is. Place that marker. 1. I reached a point where it said, measure your circle. If it's bigger than 3 inches, you need to adjust your tension. And I'm like, Oh, for my crochet hook, am I using the right one? Yeah, mine was already too big. So that's 1, 2, 3. 5, 6. Now that was not a flaw in the pattern. That was operator error. There's nothing wrong with this pattern. This is my process. The first time I do one, it's a little harder for me. Just gotta figure things out. All right, now we're ready for a row 2. Just gonna be 2. I'm gonna make my note. All right. So take a stitch marker. I'm gonna get it this time. I'm gonna get it. There's my first one. It's just hard to work with because it's tiny right now. See my hat? It's not even big enough for an eye patch yet. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whew. Okay, now it's going to be easy crocheting because my circle is bigger now and it'll be much easier to hang on to. I'm ready for 3, which is okay. Let's drop over here to my chat. See, Christina says, I have ripped out plenty of projects. I have too. I have too. All right, move back over here. And I'm on row 3. So here we go. Stitch marker out. You know, sometimes you think, oh, I don't need a stitch marker, but then it's like, you better, because some of this stuff is hard to see. Especially not working in a row. This is just a spiral circle that never ends till I fill. Much easier to hang on to now, so we're good. We're good to go. The count was off, but it's all right. We are good. All right. I'm ready for this one, which is all right. We are looking good. Sandra says, I don't rip it out. I just keep going. I've done that too. Oh no! Christina says, I have finished a whole pattern and it was too small and ripped the whole thing out, started all over. Y'all understand. Yeah, because it said uh, where I was at, I was already supposed to do 2 more rows, and it was supposed to only be 3 inches wide. I already knew something was wrong. It's like, but you want your hat to fit. So I don't know. This didn't even have you measure your head or anything. So it must be stretchy. All right. I'm on row 4. Stick that in there and then take the marker out. Place marker. PM, we now know, stands for place marker. Not her. You don't personal message the project. Wait, that's DM. Oh, 2. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 2, 1. Yes, okay. 2, 3. Just checking because some of these have 2 in a stitch and some only have 1. All right. Now I'm ready for row 5. Row 5. The project didn't even fit dinner. Girl, that was too little. I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you because I know. I get it. I know. All right. Oops, that was not what I meant to push. All right. So round 4. Now I done lost my 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 3. I'm ready for 5. Okay, so that will be 2 and 3. Okay, here we go. Place marker. Place marker. Things don't work if you stick out your tongue. You go, it fixes it. Okay. And then 1, 2, 3. 1. There we go. Alright, now what did I just do? Okay, it's supposed to be my 2. You don't want your count to get off either. Using the wrong size hook can be a problem, and getting off on your count can be a problem. So I had to figure that out. So I'm ready for 6. Row 6 is 2. And okay. Alright, let's check the chat. Oh no. You know, sometimes that happens when you use everything, do it like you're supposed to. It can be how tight you're holding your yarn, how tight or how loose your stitches are. It can be all kinds of things. All right. Love you. Thank you for coming in. And Nightbot says to always remember you are amazing, everybody. All right. Here we go. So later today, I have to do a bunch of bookkeeping. This is not my favorite part of my job. But hey, you got to do it. So I'll do it. Then I'm going to have to do some dishes. Yeah, the dishes. They're not my favorite thing to do. Then I've got to wash our bedding. And then I'll crochet some more. I don't even know what's for supper today. I have to look around. Go in there and poke around in the cabinet in the freezer. What's in there? Need them dinner. There'll be something in there. I just don't know what it's going to be that I'm fixing. I know there's chicken in there. I know there's garlic bread in there. All right, let me do this row real quick over here. I'm ready for row 6. All right, here we go. Row 6. Two. And yarn. This really putty. All right. That was 1, 2. One, 2. One, 2. 1, 2. All right, there's row 6. ready for row 7, which is 2 and huh? Huh. Okay, we're good. I'm trying to make sense of this. I have to go back and look at the picture because I don't understand what they're telling me. So I'm actually going to just stop right there for this live. There's my hat so far. We only had one rip out, a complete rip out. That's going to be the top of my hat. It's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. So anyway, me and my eye hook, not my J hook, my eye hook. We're going to keep crocheting. And I have to remember to film while I'm crocheting because I have been very bad about that. The only crocheting I've done is on my lives, and I need videos and I need shorts, right? So I got to keep my camera going. Yeehaw. Well, thank you for joining me for some crafting, and I hope that if you are crafting, you are having fun, and just remember, do-overs, for the most part, we all have some do-overs, and it's not the end of the world. It's okay. We might cry a little. You saw me just put my head down and go, no. But then I was okay. And, check often. So if you have rip outs, you have to do that they're not an entire rip out. They're just like a row. I check mine by the row. I've gotten the habit of doing that. And, yeah. But when I got to that part where it says this should be 3 inches wide, I'm like, no. It's more like 5. Oopsie, wrong crochet hook. But it's all right, because that's part of it. That's how we learn. That's how we get better at what we do, is sometimes trial and error, right? And when errors occurs, you just go with it. You roll with it, and you keep on crocheting. That's right. You don't give up. That applies to everything. Well, thank you all so much for being here and spending part of your time with me on a Saturday morning. And I wish you a joyous day. The sun is shining outside. I can see blue sky. It's a little bit of a breeze. I have no idea it's 59 degrees. I'm starting to say I have no idea what the temperature is, but my computer's telling me at the moment. It doesn't do that all the time, but it does sometimes. So it's 59 degrees right now. And I do have one flower garden that has grown enough that I can weed it and not be afraid of pulling up things I don't want pulled up. So I'm going to weed one flower garden today. That'll be that for gardening. But that's right. Never give up. You are worth it. Absolutely. So just remember that you are an amazing person. You are wonderfully made, and you are inspiring those around you, even when you're not aware that you are. You are. So keep being you, because you are a blessing. You are a blessing to me, that's for sure. If you're struggling right now, just remember that we can do hard things when we have to. I've had to do some hard things this week, but we can do hard things when we have to, and we can get through. So hang in there. Don't lose faith in yourself. and hang in there. Never give up. All right. I'll see you later. Thank you so much for being here for Craft Hour. Get over here. There we go. Love you.